Hello, welcome to Meditation for Misfits. Welcome. So I am finally finishing up painting the rest of our house. I've been painting the exterior, which is not as glamorous as it sounds. It's not glamorous. And it's not just painting, it's sanding, it's scraping, it's clean, washing, sanding, scraping, drying, and then finally painting. So I had one more side left. It is the largest side of the house, and finally started painting it. So got about quarter of the way through that last side of the house painting, and so yeah, kind of moved things around a little bit today with this meditation for Misfits. So welcome, thank you for being here, whether you're catching this live or on the replay. And I do have a couple of guided meditations where I forgot to turn off the intro music. So if you caught some of those, apologies, and thank you for your patience. Let's get into our mindfulness practice. We're going to keep this a little bit shorter than half an hour today. So just a heads up there. So that I do have a couple of yoga classes to teach yet today. So, it's a busy one. Let's get into our mindfulness practice. So start feeling free to find a comfortable place to be in your body, either seated or lying down. Whatever position feels best here for you. Bean joining me here for a moment. And if you are seated upright, here just feeling the length of your spine, feeling the support of your spine, and feeling a little engagement through your lower abs, keeping the spine upright, lifted. You might feel free, here I have a cushion, you might feel free to bring a cushion or blanket underneath your seat for a little bit more support. If you're lying down, feel free to support your head and neck with a blanket or a pillow. Relax your shoulders however you're positioned. An option to close your eyes or keep your eyes open with a soft, focused gaze forward or up if you're lying down. And here, first, just mindful awareness of your mental space. Noticing what is going on in your mind in this moment. What thoughts have you arrived with? Notice here if there's any expectations, if you have set any expectations for this practice. Noticing here if there's any judgments, any value judgments coming up, if you're judging something in the space you're in, if you're making a judgment about thoughts that are arriving, making a judgment about how you feel in this moment, just notice those judgments that come up. And of course, our mindfulness practice is a practice of releasing value judgment. So letting go of those things, letting go of any attachment to right or wrong in terms of what we're experiencing in the moment. Here, bringing gentle awareness to your emotional space, noticing what emotions arrive in this moment, what emotions you've arrived with. Maybe you're coming to this practice with a lot of stress or anxiety, or maybe with some frustration or anger, maybe you're coming to this practice content and just looking for more peace, more contentment, more rest. Whatever emotions you've arrived with, again, notice any judgments that do come up in connection to those emotions. And what can you let go? Starting to practice just noticing how you feel. I feel with curiosity over judgment, with kindness toward yourself. Consider if a friend came to you and said, I'm feeling very angry today, and how you might respond to that friend. And responding kindly, as you would, hopefully, to a friend, kindly to yourself as you would to a friend who is expressing their emotions to you. Maybe you would want to learn more. Notice, does some curiosity arise around thoughts that arrive, emotions that arrive? Are you asking yourself questions? And then noticing here your physical space. So bringing awareness to what physical experience you've arrived with here today. Maybe there's some tension in the body. Maybe you've been moving a lot throughout the day and you're feeling some tightness around the muscles or joints that you were using. Maybe you've been sitting a while and you're feeling some tension and tightness at the hips. Maybe you're feeling areas of weakness or areas of pain. Perhaps you've moved well today, sat with good posture, walked with good posture, and your body's feeling content and relaxed, strong. Noticing different areas of your body and what each area is experiencing in this moment. Bringing attention to your lower body from hips to toes. Your torso, belly, chest, and back. Aware of your shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. And bringing mindful awareness to your face, head, and neck. What is the experience of your physical body in this moment? And here, noticing again if there's any judgment that arrives. Our practice is one of releasing judgment, but sometimes we have to accept and notice what we're calling good or bad about our whole body experience, our physical experience. What are we calling good and bad? And can we look at our physical experience as simply that, an experience? What thoughts are we calling good or bad? Again, here we're just noticing, not acting on thought, just noticing. And can we just call that experience of thoughts entering simply that, an experience of thinking or of thoughts arriving? And again, aware of any good or bad, any judgment of good or bad that we're attaching to our emotional experience. And can we see our emotional experience as just that, an experience? Again, we're not reacting to emotion. We're not acting out or behaving according to our emotion. We're simply noticing the experience of our emotions, of our thoughts, of our physical experience. Here, bringing awareness, attention to whatever judgments you have made about your experience throughout your day so far, or perhaps throughout your week. Are there certain experiences that you've had throughout the week that you call good or bad? And are you able to detach that value judgment from the experience? This is not to diminish accountability for any experiences that were negative or unsafe. This is not to diminish the accountability from any person or group that you experienced as being unsafe. But for a moment here, just noting the pure experience itself as your body, mind, emotion, spirit allows. And then noticing experiences that you've called good. And can you detach that value judgment from the experience? Not to diminish joy or excitement, but again, to simply observe the experience as just that, an experience, not attached to good or bad, but simply noticing how that experience played with your physical space, your mental space, your emotional space, your whole body experience. seeing your whole body experience as separate from good or bad, separate from any story, so perhaps you enjoyed a good meal, or a meal you call good, a meal that was enjoyable to you. And still enjoying that experience or that memory of the experience. But noticing the physical sensations that arrived as you enjoyed that meal. Noticing thoughts and emotions that arrived as you enjoyed that meal. Perhaps someone said something unkind to you, and you consider that a bad experience. Here, I encourage you to detach from the story, or to detach from that judgment of that experience being bad, and then again coming back to what was your physical sensation? What physical sensations came up during that experience of being spoken to in an unkind way? What thoughts, what emotions arrived in that moment? And then here, anchoring back to the present. Finding a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Notice the experience of your breathing. Notice the experience of your physical space, physical sensations through the body, the muscles, the joints. The movement of bones, the stacking of bones. Mindfully aware of your nervous system, the messages moving throughout the nerves, alerting you to sensation, to thought, to emotion. Giving yourself permission to simply be. Be fully in your experience. what is real for you right here, right now. And then inviting you to say out loud to yourself, I am here now. I am here now. And using that phrase as a mantra throughout your day, throughout your days, as a way to anchor you to the present. Whenever the mind starts to wander into future planning or wander back to the past, in those moments where you're needing a little bit more groundedness, feeling stability, again, inviting those words and expressing those words, I am here now. Perhaps you have some aspiration, some goal or passion, something that you want to arrive to or awaken to. And again, knowing that growing, accomplishing takes time, some effort, and some learning. Inviting that patience of growth by once more here stating that phrase, that affirmation, I am here now. There's nowhere else for you to be, nowhere else you need to be, but here now. And then inviting gentle movement to your body, wiggle of the fingers, wiggle your toes, and gently blinking, open your eyes and moving forward into the rest of your day with presence of mind, being fully present, moment to moment, present to what you need, present to the needs of others. Present to the space you're in. And together we'll find a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for being here. Let's say hi to Bean for a second. A little one-eyed Bean. Get an eye infection back in 2023, fall of 2023, and had to inoculate his eye. But he's doing great. All right. Oh, here we go. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.